What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And you know, you already see the jersey. It's Los Angeles, but it's Sparks. So you know we got to talk about the WNBA because we got playoffs here, baby. You know what I'm talking about? It's that time of the year where everybody is truly excited. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get on to it. But I got to say, I'm going to put a little spin on things real fast because, well, unfortunately, my team may make the playoffs. Yep. So I mean, we was close though. We was close. Just too bad. Too bad this ain't horseshoes. So with that being said, well, what am I going to talk about? Because I got my jersey on. I gotta give my. This was my. This is my WNBA playoffs wish list. Okay, I had to bring this up just because it was. I only felt right. So in terms of how the playoffs are seeded, right? We got 8 teams, 1 through 8. And then it goes 1 verse 8, 2 verse 7, 3 verse 6, 4 verse 5. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, with my wish list, it was kind of on par with what actually happened in the WNBA. So I just wanted to make sure we had that going on. But the one change I would have made was throw my girls in there instead of them daggone Sky. Because, you know, the Aces versus the Sparks, that would have been kind of interesting. Because I think we had the interior presence to actually match them. So, you know, we probably would have lost. Probably would have lost. We had a couple injuries, you know, coming into into that series. I think if we had Lexi Brown, it would have been a little different. But still, that was my wish list. I had to give some love to my girls because, you know, I'm going to give a breakdown based on my predictions and comparing them to the actual result of the WNBA. So definitely stay tuned. But outside of that, you still had then the New York Liberty versus the Washington Mystics, which I always love, a Brianna Stewart and Elena Deladon matchup. Then you got here the Connecticut Sun versus the Minnesota Lynx. And I can say this. I think they might swap roles next year. I don't know if the Lynx are going to be number 3, but in terms of who's going to be battling the contenders, I could see the Lynx next year as being one of them. And maybe the Sun might slip. I don't know. I got to see what Alyssa Thomas does. But to round off that final slot, we had here the Wings versus the Dream. And I feel like the Dream might be about 2 seasons off from replacing the Wings. So I feel like, you know, a couple of teams are replacing each other in a couple of seasons. So I like to see those teams go up against one another now. Forms kind of a big sister, little sister rivalry sort of thing, if you will. Look back to the Clippers and the Warriors if you're talking about the NBA, right? When you had Chris Paul versus Steph and them. So I'm just saying, I like to see those battles. So that was my wish list. And it's not too far off from what actually happened. So I just wanted to say real quick, we are going to talk about what actually will happen in the playoffs, at least my prediction. Hopefully I'm right? Fingers crossed. But again, just wanted to share my predictions. I thought my Sparks had a decent shot, especially if we was healthy. We might have made something shake. But again, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to transition on into the next segment. So hope you all enjoying it so far. But look, we got to talk about the playoffs now. So let's go ahead and get right on into it.
Sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. Whether with coworkers, friends, family, we all love the entertainment. Well, here on Get a Bucket, my goal is to talk about sports and its cultural impact. The WNBA, for example. The WNBA is loads of entertainment, from the new rookies battling, displaying their skill sets, and preparing to take the league by storm, to the Titans and the MVPs of the league clashing for battles we'll always remember. From imagining the soon-to-be possibilities to admiring and treasuring the finales. Get a Bucket is a platform where other sports analysts, hoopers, coaches, and fans of the show come and talk about the WNBA, both negatives and positives. So if you haven't, take a quick peek. At the very least, you'll have a good time. Remember, sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. So please, tune in and stay connected.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So look, we are now going to talk about the first round of the WNBA playoffs. It's, of course, about to be exciting. So stay tuned. I'm going to speed right through this because we got a lot to talk about in the second and third round. So we got here the Aces versus the Sky. In the regular season, the Aces went 3-0 against the Sky. And I think it's going to be a similar effect in the playoffs, okay? We got here Kalia Copper, Marina Mayberry for the Sky. I don't think they're going to beat Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, and Jackie Young. That's tough. And then on top of that, who's going to stop Asia Wilson? They don't have Isabel Harrison. I understand they have a good team-ish. it's not going to be enough to get over the hump, respectfully. They proved me wrong, my bad, but I wholeheartedly expect the Aces to repeat their regular season performance against the Sky. So I don't want to spend too much time. Y'all heard my thoughts. Let's go ahead and move on down to the next segment. And we have the New York Liberty versus the Washington Mystics. Now, this is kind of a head scratcher, if you will, because in the regular season, they went 2-2 against one another. Only thing is this, ladies and gentlemen. Only thing is this. The Washington Mystics, they have health issues. They've been dealing with health all year long. Shakira Austin's out for 2 games. Elena Deladon's been dealing with health injuries for the longest. They do have a good team. I do love Brittany Sykes and Natasha Cloud. They can make some things interesting, but I do expect the Liberty to win this game again. They have the talent. They have the health going for them too. I expect them, even with the experience going towards the Mystics, I do expect the Liberty to end up winning this game. But a nice little matchup between Brianna Stewart and Elena Deladon. I'm always here to watch, as I said earlier. But we can go ahead and slide on down to the next series, which is the Connecticut Sun versus the Minnesota Lynx. And I gotta say, this is an interesting one, all right? Because, well, in the regular season, the Sun went 3-1 against the Lynx. Now, for me, this is going to be an experience and talent advantage favoring the not Minnesota Lynx. I'm sorry, favoring the Connecticut Sun. Reason why: you got Alyssa Thomas, Queen triple double. You got DeWanna Bonner, who's an elite two-way wing. Their guards have been hitting, and on top of that, the interior presence is pretty stout. So, who's going to stop Alyssa Thomas? And on the opposite side, you have Nafisa Collier, who's a good player. She's going to have to go up against Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner. That's a lot to put on her. So I don't expect that to go well for the Lynx. So I'm looking at the Connecticut Sun to end up winning this daggone round. But if they prove me wrong and the Lynx win, might be on to something, especially next year. But this year, like I said, Sun favorite for me. Now, moving on down to that next series, we do have the Dallas Wings versus the Atlanta Dream. Now, when we're talking about this in the regular season, the Dream went 3-0 again. I'm sorry, the Wings went 3-0 against the Dream. That's not bad. And we also got the experience and talent factor leaning towards the Wings for me. Reason why, when I'm looking at the big three between the Wings and the Dream, you got Arike Ogunbowale, Satu Sabali, Natasha Howard versus Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, Cheyenne Parker. I understand they had 3 All-Stars and they had 2. I lean towards the Wings. They're going to fly over the Dream. But the Dream are nothing to scoff at either. You can't sleep on the Dream. But I do expect the Wings to get over the hump. They have the 2 better players, especially even 3 better players in Arike, Satu, and Natasha. So right now, Wings. In 2 years, holla at me. But Wings, this round, easy. So again, I gave you my 4 teams. We got the Las Vegas Aces, the New York Liberty, the Connecticut Sun, and the Dallas Wings, all advancing to the second round. So stay tuned because we're going to be talking about the second round very momentarily. But I got to pay some bills real quick, so we're going to be right back. But like I said, second round coming up right next. So we'll pay attention and see how this goes. Like when the championship matchup comes back again, we'll see if this is hold true or if I got to do another one. Hopefully, I ain't got to do another one because I would love to have this edit be the last one. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you disagree with any of my points, any of my rounds, please comment. But most importantly, please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show and the WNBA as well. We're trying to get these ratings up a little bit, just a little bit, which they've already been climbing. Mine and theirs. More so theirs, though. Mine has, it's been going up a little bit. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope you all have a good one. Take care. Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here.